Hi, I'm excited to have a conversation with my friend Chef José Andrés to celebrate the premiere of Hamilton on Disney Plus, streaming for the first time ever on July 3rd, and to collaborate with Coca-Cola and share its latest initiative to fight food insecurity around the world, a $1 million donation to World Central Kitchen. Enjoy. Hello, hello, hello. I'm Lin-Manuel Miranda, and today I'm having a conversation with the great Chef José Andrés, and we're talking all things World Central Kitchen, all things holiday weekend, but mostly talking about the great work of this man. ¿Cómo estás, Chef? How are you?
Hola, hola. Qué ilusión. You're looking good, my friend.
You are looking fantastic, and you're doing incredible work. We should probably tell the people like how we met, right? I mean, we basically met on Twitter, like all
met on Twitter.
Like all great friendships. I've had the good fortune of sharing several meals with you, Chef. There is nothing like eating with Chef Jose Andres, especially when he's preparing something. And let's talk about World Central Kitchen right now.
Right now, in this pandemic, what happened? Simple. It's not destruction. Restaurants are shut down. If you have people that are in need of food, who do you activate to make sure that people can eat? Restaurants, chefs, the food community. We have at World Central Kitchen right now more than 2,300 restaurants across America. And this way we're able to reach many people because we have the restaurants in the community that needs help. And this way we are able to maximize the effort by bringing a lot of cooks, a lot of food people to produce what they know best, to make magic with food. So this way, we make sure we don't waste food by buying from the farmers. We make sure we don't waste people by giving opportunities again to work again, and also to feed the people from homeless to elderly to hospitals, you name it.
It seems so simple, but plugging into the people who are already there and not reinventing the wheel, not saying, here is our food from somewhere else, but really plugging into the food leaders in the communities you're going into.
That's the situation of World Central Kitchen right now.
I think when we think about food and we think about meals together, it brings back some of our sort of warmest memories. So I was wondering, like, on some of these missions you've been on, what are some of the most memorable meals you've had in the field?
That's a tough one because we have so much talent when we go in the middle of emergency. We take food seriously. You know it. We don't, even when we have to do thousands and hundreds of thousands of meals, we don't, skip anything. We go to try to make the best meal we can provide to people. Like if we were in a restaurant.
Right.
But in Bahamas, is one dish that I love that is very, very traditional there, the fire engine. And it's called the fire engine because the dish is kind of red with a little bit of white. The red is, they use Spam, but they use it with a lot of vegetables. Green pepper, onions, and probably I'm going to say some ingredients, and people in Bahamas will tell me, what? Because everybody has their own version of right. Fire engine. When we will make fire engine, you could see the smiles everywhere. We arrived delivering the meals. This is why food is so important. We all have a connection.
Yes.
Your family and my family, we enjoy great times together, going to the market, cooking, eating. But even in emergencies, the power of a plate of food that connects people with who they are, where they come from, where they belong.
Yeah, I remember visiting Puerto Rico in the wake of Hurricane Maria, not just soon after, but like far after, and World Central Kitchen was still going. How do you figure out where to go, how long to stay, and how do you take that learning from one place to the next?
We never left Puerto Rico, as I said.
Yep.
We are right now feeding during COVID-19, but after Maria, we had to do one thing. We had to make sure that food production was not going to disappear from Puerto Rico. Right. If anything, to increase, so Puerto Rico could self-sustain themselves. So we began investing in farms, partnering with the small farmers, the same way you, Lin-Manuel, were helping artists to have a chance, creating jobs, giving pride to the communities, moving the economy forward. And actually, for me, it's an astonishing learning experience because I am becoming better. I'm becoming a better chef because I'm gaining knowledge. I know more now because those people are nice enough to share with me who they are through their food. What you see in Hamilton, at the end of the day, even is a sad story at the end, is just happiness.
I'm glad you brought up Hamilton and food because one of the great joys at the beginning of this pandemic was watching you cook to Hamilton tunes with your daughter. And it was like this personal challenge, like, okay, I'm going to make this meal inside the 3 minutes it takes to sing You'll Be Back. And we watched you all sing and cook at high speed. I mean, what was sort of the thinking behind that? And then all these other great, not just Hamilton, all these other great songs, like the challenge of make a meal with the ingredient inside this time was so much fun.
We made so many of them. We did Alexander Hamilton, the Aaron Burser, My Shot, The Story of Tonight. I mean, and quite frankly, you know, I have a crush on you. And if you don't know it, I know. And for me, just watch you improvise. I was like, okay, let me do the same improvisation, but on the culinary. And for me, it was coming home from long days away, putting World Central Kitchen organization up and running, supporting the teams, visiting different places. And coming home was the moment of trying to forget everything, that my restaurants were closed, and many people, unfortunately, they had jobs anymore. All the things were going on in the hospitals. And that moment, that music, some of the happiest moments we've been having in the last few years is singing Hamilton together in crazy moments. And you should be so proud of that, because that's not my family. Every single family in America probably is listening to me right now. They are saying, yep, yep, yep. So for me to be cooking at the sound of Hamilton, trying to follow the rhythm, sometimes kind of trying to sing at your speed, but then adding my own lyrics that my daughters were so kind of, Daddy, stop it. Stop it. You are not him. You are not Lin.
That's our kids' job.
Just do the cooking.
My kids do that, and I wrote the songs. They're like, Daddy, we're trying to listen. But that's me.
Well, your kids are amazing. That's what we did. Having fun, trying to forget, and also try to, the same thing you do, Lin, give some joy. I
feel like so much of the wake-up call of the pandemic has been how food workers are essential workers, and how many of the food workers in our field, from the top of the food chain to the bottom, are undocumented workers, are immigrant workers. How much we lean on the people who come here from somewhere else to feed us, to keep us connected, to keep us safe, and how that value needs to be there 24/7, not just when we're in a crisis. To value those lives that are doing the jobs, the most difficult jobs, often are often immigrant lives.
Hamilton was an immigrant, as you told everybody. And he's so many. Obviously, we this is not taking away anything from anybody. Obviously, number one, immigrants, we are so thankful that we belong to a new home. I am so thankful for everything America has given me. I will never work hard enough to repay back, to have 3 born American daughters. I met my wife here in the United States. But we get, obviously, rights, becoming American citizens. But also we understand that it's our responsibility to be giving back. Many of the 11 million undocumented, many of them Latinos from different countries. Those people, they put themselves at risk, even without having healthcare. And you, Lin, and your dad, the Miranda family, you've been a great example to many of us. You're there, always committed to help the Latino community, to help the Black community, to help anybody that can be using a hand from you. And for that, I don't like you because you are a great guy and now I'm proud to call you a friend. I really like you because you are really committed, even when nobody is watching. And for that,
love you, Chef. Thank you. And thanks for having this conversation. Just to be able to illuminate your work is always a highlight.
Are you kidding me? Man, thank you.
I can't wait till we can eat together again.
Big kiss to the family, to everybody.